Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phil the Conquistadork. It's Thursday right now. Probably be Friday before I put it up, but I have received my latest box of Universal Yums, the loveliness of Universal Yums. And you'll never guess where this box is from. Well, maybe you will. I don't know. There are only so many countries in the world, damn it. But this one is Austria. I have that up, right? Good. Yes, good. Austria. So we are going to be eating some snacks and some candy from Austria. One of my favorite countries, damn close to Germany, where I was born. Lovely town. Lovely town of Austria. I believe they have about 500 people living there. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Let's, oh my. Let's start with this one here. This is called Kelly's American Pizza Rolls. After World War II, an American soldier named Major Howard Morse Kelly decided that instead of returning to America after the war, he would stay in Austria. He and his Austrian business partner, Herbert Rost, founded the American Popcorn Factory in 1955. For several years, they experimented to find the right snack for the Austrian market. First, they tried popcorn, then chips, then cookies, then nuts, then pretzels. Their experimentation paid off. They scored a huge hit with a salty pretzel snack called Soletti, which is the most popular pretzel brand in Austria today. The company continues to experiment, as evidenced by these unique corn puffs, meant to taste like American pizza. Sorry, microphone, I hit you with my hand. Why did we decide to send you an American flavor from Austria? We think it's a fitting flashback to the company's start by an American founder, and because they're awesome. So, this is a big damn bag. Big damn bag of corn and potato snack pizza flavored chips. I always like when they got the imported food and they put the nutritional sticker over it because it wasn't on the original packaging. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Alright, so we got kind of a puffed Cheeto thing going on, and they are grainy as fuck. They're falling apart. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I can see a little pizza in there. It's like a puffed Cheeto with almost kind of a pepperoni side taste to it. I like it. That is interesting. All right. Kelly's American Pizza Rolls. Cool. All right, what do we got next? Oh my goodness. This looks wonderful. Our Tortenecken Apfelstrudel. Apple strudel. There's an old Austrian proverb that goes, first bake the strudel, then sit down and ponder. You might ask, what is there to ponder? Here's a few ideas. First, you can ponder the fact that the apple strudel was making waves in Austria's culinary scene long before the United States even became a country. The Viennese City Library is home to the oldest known apple strudel recipe, which dates back to 1696. Holy crap. Suggestion number 2. You can ponder the similarities between apple strudel and baklava, baklava. Very good. Baklava, the Greek dessert that inspired Austrians to reinvent their tasty treat. Or best of all, ponder how long you can make this apple strudel wafer last. We've pondered this ourselves, and have always finished eating it before we could come to any good conclusions. So, let's try our little apple strudel wafer thingy, because that sounds oh my god. Alright, so it's split up, but it does come out as just a big damn bar. There's part of me that just wants to... That's damn good. Oh, I love that. I really love that. It's like an apple pie Kit Kat. Almost. Well, let's be savages and start from the other side, huh? There we go. Okay. I'm going to, sit that right there. And the moment that we're done and the camera's off, I'm going to finish the rest of that in 2 whole bites. It'll be very interesting. So, alright, what have we got here? Is this what this is? Oh, okay. I think I've seen this before, actually. Let's open this up. Sissy... Oh, no! Oh, no! It flew! There it is. Sissy Thaler. Sissy, the namesake of this candy... Sissy Thaler, cruel name. The namesake of this candy was born in 1837 into Bavarian royalty. Because of this, her sister, Helen, was promised to marry Austrian Emperor Franz Joseph, and Sissy went with Helen on her trip to meet him. During that meeting, Franz Joseph decided that he wanted to marry Sissy instead. They were engaged within 5 days and married 8 months later, and thus Sissy became Empress Elizabeth of Austria. Unfortunately, Sissy's mother-in-law was a controlling person who would not let Sissy raise any of her children. She wouldn't even let her name them. To escape her mother-in-law, Sissy traveled extensively throughout Europe and spent much of her time in Hungary, where she and her husband were eventually crowned king and queen in June of 1867. Good for you! You know, when you live in a world that you can go and marry an Austrian emperor, and you just get sick of that country, so you go to another country, and eventually they're like, fuck it, you're the king now. Really? Yeah, I mean, we don't have any other kings. You could be the king, I guess. So, let me see. Sissy was the major force in creating this dual monarchy of Austria-Hungary, which eventually dissolved in 1890. Oh, yeah, of course, Austria-Hungary. Makes sense. More than her political influence, Sissy is remembered for her obsession with her own beauty, which is perhaps why she inspired such an exquisite treat. Apricot marzipan is enveloped in chocolate truffle cream for a true stunner of a chocolate. Look for Sissy's face on the label. There she is! Holy butt snacks. She was a one-of-a-kind person, and it's fitting because this is a one-of-a-kind treat. Marzipan, huh? Well... it's almost more like an apricot preserve. It doesn't taste very much like marzipan at all. I still don't like it. Apricots aren't really my thing, but it's interesting. At least not wanting it. Okay. We're going throughout history, damn it! Oh my god. I'm just gonna be huge. Well, I already am huge, but let's more so, I mean. Let's do this one. Pissinger Haselnuss Riegel. In 1849, the Austrian baker Oskar Pissinger found great fortune with a very simple creation. His moneymaker, a super thin, light wafer cookie that flew off the shelves during the late 1800s. The wafers were a crucial part of a beloved cake recipe called the Pissinger tort. I hope I'm saying that right. Pissinger just sounds... it doesn't exactly flow off the tongue, does it? To make the cake, Pissinger's thin wafers were laid on top of each other with a delicate coating of chocolate spread between each wafer, like a Kit Kat, right? After a stack of 12 wafers was added, they were covered in a melted chocolate coating to finish off the cake. With this chocolate treat, you'll have the taste of the original Pissinger tort, upgraded with fresh roasted hazelnuts and a convenient on-the-go format. Ooh, yeah. Pissinger. So take Kit Kats and cover them in hazelnuts. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's exactly what that is. Mmm. I like that. That's pretty good. Sorry. I think some of the wafer shrapnel from me eating the apple strudel like a fucking disgusting savage got into my eye. That's I have no one to blame but myself. Alright. Oh, another thing from Pissinger. The Pissinger Mendel Eck. If you're someone who always goes after the corner piece, you'll love this. Eck means corner in German, and this little wafer is meant to represent the tiny sliver that would have made up the best part of Oskar Pissinger's famous tort cake. Fine almond cream is sandwiched between the layers of wafers for a delightful chocolate treat. I love wafer candies and stuff, so this is 3 out of 3 as far as all the wafers, and this one's looking pretty good. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So it is indeed a corner. With the almonds, that has a little bit of a more of the marzipan feel to it, but still pretty good. Okay. God, it's all this chocolate. Look at all, I'm covered in chocolate and shrapnel. Delicious shrapnel, help me! Somebody help take this stuff out of my hands. Okay. Oh. Blaschk coconut macaroons. Typically, candle makers aren't the people behind the best desserts in the world. Well, most candle makers aren't. Johann Blaschk, a gingerbread maker, candle maker, and coconut macaroon maker, say that 3 times fast, was different. In the early 1920s, Blaschk turned his coconut macaroon venture into an empire thanks to the suggestion of a friendly salesman. The salesman suggested dipping his coconut macaroons into chocolate, and Blaschk took the advice to heart. To create the perfect dipped 3-layer macaroon, he used a wafer base. There's the wafers again! We got 4 wafers! Holy shit, look at this! Alright. Sorry. The reading. It's what's important. That's what you came here for. Me reading, obviously. He used a wafer base for support and fine chocolate cream to hold it all together. In 1982, the Austrian government granted them the power to display the national coat of arms in their advertising. Holy shit. Their famous macaroons are now one of the top-selling sweets in Austria. To make matters even sweeter, this is the first time ever that these famous macaroons have been available in the US. That's actually really neat. Alright, so you got the macaroon on top, and our 4th wafer of the evening on the bottom. That's interesting. I don't know much about macaroons, but there's something almost astringent about that. I'm not sure I care for that. But it's kind of cool that that's the first time that's been in the US. I dig that. Alright, people. We're coming to the end of the line. It's that time. This is called a Heindel Mozart Kugel. Why is Mozart's face on the chocolate? Because I'm going to die of excess by the time this video's over? Why is it named for him? Did he love eating chocolates while composing his symphonies? Let us explain. Let's explain. It would be awesome if they were like, we don't know, enjoy. Like they just left it alone. They didn't bother explaining. At the time, it was common for business owners in Europe to name their products for famous people who were born in the region where the product was invented. Mozart was born in Salzburg, Austria, where these chocolates were first created. After hundreds of failed iterations, a man named Paul Fürst created the Mozart Bonbon. The secret formula he spent years perfecting? A pistachio marzipan ball covered in nougat and dipped in dark chocolate. Fürst was good at making chocolates, but unfortunately he wasn't as good at securing patents. Other confectionaries throughout Austria quickly began making their own Mozart Kugel. Today, dozens of Mozart Kugel are made in Austria, but this one is our favorite. Rich pistachio marzipan sits atop a whipped hazelnut chocolate cream, all covered in dark chocolate. It's been such a back and forth, because I like wafer chocolate and stuff, and then they throw in the fucking hazelnut, and I love that, and then we've got marzipan, so... Yes! That is indeed marzipan! I don't know what it is, Help me! I don't know what it is, in the German video, the German, Universal Yums video, at New Year's, my friend Annalie and I opened the German box, and there was marzipan inside, and we both were just flummoxed with how much we didn't like it. And a bunch of you got on there and went, what's the problem? How is it that you don't like marzipan? And I guess it's just something about an American palate. We're not quite as used to it. It isn't as ubiquitous over here. There's something about it that bugs me. So, but all the same, honestly... That's one of the better boxes. So that's Austria. Delicious. Universal Yums, thank you so much. They're not paying me for this, by the way. I purchased this myself because I love it. And it's a lot of fun to try out the different snacks. You may have noticed, I'm a plus-sized man for a plus-sized world, I like to think. And I like snacks, and I like candy and stuff like that, and finding out what they're eating overseas is a lot of fun to me. So, this has been our unboxing, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As of today, I have 400 subscribers, which is a great milestone for me. But more than that, it means that I got 100 subscribers in a month. And that's crazy talk. And I'm just thrilled that you guys have joined me. Thank you so much. Keep on coming. I've got lots of stuff coming your way. We just released a new episode of Geek History about the NCAA lawsuit that ended NCAA football video games. It's a really interesting topic. Even if you're not into sports, I think you could really get something out of it. Of course, we've got a bunch of reviews. I've got a Thimbleweed Park review coming up, and I'm already planning out my next Geek History, and I think a few of you have asked for this one, and you're going to be very happy with it when it comes out. So, in the meantime, in between time, my name is Phil the Conquistadork. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
If Daddy don't sink a little drinky, Daddy gets sad and blue.
Oh my God.
Sneak a little drinky, sneakity-doo. Sneak a little drinky past you. Sneak a little drinky, sneakity-doo. Sneak a little drinky past you.